As mission pilot Gary Roberts landed his plane in Suminka, a remote village on an Indonesian island, a curious villager pointed to the 3 angels painted on the plane and asked, "Is this a Seventh-day Adventist plane?" Gary was taken aback, wondering how these villagers ever knew about Adventists. The villagers told him that several years earlier, an Adventist pastor named Moses and Darius, a layperson, had a dream in which an angel told them to go to Seminka and preach. Despite the long and difficult journey, the 2 men answered God's call. When they arrived in the village, they announced they would hold evangelistic meetings under the village tree for a week. But on the very first day, Pastor Moses fell sick with malaria, and the villagers were convinced he would die. But every day at 5 p.m., Pastor Moses' fever would break, and he would stand up to preach about God's love, the Sabbath, and a healthy diet. And then, when he was done preaching, his fever would return. This continued for the entire week. Despite Pastor Moses' inspiring message, no one in the village responded to his call. The 2 men left Suminka feeling discouraged and defeated. But one day, the village's hunting dog Dolby walked over to the tree where Pastor Moses had preached and refused to move. And then, on Saturday, Dolby didn't go hunting. Dolby stopped eating wild pigs altogether. The villagers were astonished. "Dolby has become a Seventh-day Adventist," exclaimed one of them. Soon, many villagers began to keep the Sabbath and stopped eating wild pigs. When the pilot Gary returned and shared this incredible story, Pastor Moses and his colleague Darius flew to Suminka one more time to teach the villagers more about God's love and the teachings of the Adventist Church. Today, nearly half of the 200 villagers worship God on Sabbath. While your tithe exclusively supports the work of authorized ministers like Moses, your offerings may support a wider range of missionary initiatives or ministries, like aviation ministries. As we return the tithe and promise, regular and systematic offering, may we put our desires last and God first.